What if the biggest financial mistake you make in your 20s isn't spending too much money? What if it's waiting too long to take your money seriously? Your 20s can feel like the time to have fun, figure things out, and worrying about money later. And that's completely understandable, but here's the problem. The financial decisions you make in your 20s can affect your 30s, 40s, and even your 50s. You don't need to be rich in your 20s. You don't even need to have everything figured out. But you do need to start building the right financial habits. And in this video, we're going to talk about the biggest money mistake people make in their 20s and what you can do instead. One of the biggest mistakes is thinking, I'll start saving and investing when I make more money. Maybe you tell yourself, when I get a better job, I'll save. When I get a raise, I'll invest. When I make 6 figures, I'll finally manage my money. But here's the problem. If you don't learn how to manage $3,000 a month, making $6,000 won't automatically fix your habits. Your lifestyle may simply grow with your income. You get a bigger apartment, a nicer car, more subscriptions, more expensive vacations. And suddenly, you're making more money but still have nothing left. That's why your 20s are a great time to learn how to live below your means. Your biggest financial advantage in your 20s isn't necessarily your salary. It's time. When you invest for the long term, your money has more time to potentially grow through compounding. You don't need to start with thousands of dollars. Even small, consistent contributions can become meaningful over many years. The important thing is building the habit early. Think about it this way. Your future self will either thank you for the financial decisions you're making today, or wish you had started earlier. You can't go back and get your time back. That's why starting small today can be more powerful than waiting for the perfect time. Another major mistake is using debt to buy things you can't comfortably afford. Credit cards can be useful when used responsibly, but high-interest debt can become extremely expensive. The problem isn't always buying something you want. The problem is buying it with money you haven't earned yet and then paying interest on it for months or even years. A new phone, expensive clothes, or a luxury car might make you feel successful today. But financial freedom comes from having control over your money. Before taking on debt, ask yourself, is this helping my future, or am I borrowing from my future to pay for today? That one question can change the way you spend. Getting your first real paycheck can feel amazing. Suddenly, you have money you've never had before, and it's tempting to upgrade everything. But there's a concept called lifestyle inflation. As your income goes up, your spending goes up too. You might start with a simple apartment. Then you get a raise and move into a more expensive one. You buy a nicer car. You eat out more often. You upgrade your phone. None of these things are automatically bad. The problem is when your expenses increase just as quickly as your income. Instead, consider increasing your savings and investments whenever your income increases. Let your wealth grow faster than your lifestyle. There's another investment that people often overlook: your skills. Your 20s can be one of the best times to develop skills that increase your earning potential. Learn how to communicate better. Learn sales. Learn technology. Learn AI. Learn financial literacy. Learn how businesses work. The goal isn't to know everything. It's to become more valuable over time. Because increasing your income can give you more money to save, invest, and build your future. Your skills can become one of your most valuable assets. Finally, don't let the internet convince you that you need to get rich quickly. You'll see people promising easy money, guaranteed returns, overnight businesses, the next big investment. But building real wealth usually isn't exciting. It's often boring. Spend less than you earn. Save consistently. Invest for the long term. Avoid unnecessary debt. Keep improving your skills. Repeat, that's not a get-rich-quick strategy. It's a get-better-over-time strategy, and that's often what actually works. So, what's the biggest money mistake people make in their 20s? It's not necessarily buying coffee. It's not going on vacation, and it's not enjoying your life. The biggest mistake is waiting too long to take control of your money. You don't need to be wealthy today. You just need to start making better decisions today. Save something. Invest when appropriate. Avoid unnecessary debt. And build skills that increase your value, because your 20s aren't just about making money. They're about building the foundation for the person you'll become. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. This is Asset Nest. Learn, adapt, build, grow. Subscribe for more videos about money, AI, wealth building, and the mindset behind financial success.